What's happening? Everybody's heard the phrase, right? That, being busy is different than being productive. And especially in today's world, it's really easy to get faked out. I mean, it's really easy to get faked out. Think about it. How many days have we been just like scrambling around, running around, doing this, talking this, doing that? And at the end, they were like, man, I was so busy all day today. I got nothing done. It happens to all of us, right? Here's why that happens. I think especially now, we as a culture now have a productivity problem. I believe we have a productivity problem. And here's why. Because we're distracted all day long. I mean, think about it, right? Back in the day, if you were a company and you had an employee, that drifted into the break room and sat in front of the television for 45 minutes in the middle of the day, the boss would lose their mind. They'd have a fit. They'd give that employee a written warning, and if that happens again, it's over, pal. There would be consequences for wasting 45 minutes of your day. But yet, how many of us are guilty? If we have jobs, for example, or even if you don't have jobs, even if you're self-employed, how many of us are guilty of getting a text message and picking up the phone to read the text message and then go, oh, I have 4 Facebook alerts. And 35 minutes later, you go, oh, I should get back to work. Right? And we've got this happening all day. And it's not just Facebook. I pick on Facebook a lot, but it's not just Facebook. It's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Skype, it's Instagram, it's Snapchat. It's coming in from all directions. It's 24-hour news network. It's satellite radio. It is a constant, never-ending bombardment and stream of distraction. So it's really easy to get caught up with I'm answering this Facebook message and then I'm sending a text to my friend over here and then I got to jump on Instagram and see what's going on real quick and all this. And it's not just social media, guys. It's everything. And then I jump over and I run out to the water cooler to grab and I get distracted and I get to talking to Sean at the water cooler for 45 minutes. And then I'm back in my office and then, it's lunchtime now. And before you know it, man, your whole day has been taken up being super busy doing nothing. So here's how we fix it. Every day, you should have a priority list. It can be a written list. It can be something on your calendar. If you use a digital calendar, you can mark things with a certain color or whatever. But you should have a priority list that says, today, these 3 things need to be accomplished, or 4 things, or 2 things. If it's more than 3 or 4, probably not prioritizing well, right? So today, I got to get these particular things done. Here's the other thing that you can do. Schedule and set aside time to deal with this, right? That's why you'll hear a lot of productivity experts talking about getting up at 4 in the morning. Say, hey, get up at 4 in the morning and go to work on the most important task you have for the day. Why? Because nobody's texting you or Facebooking you at 4 in the morning. You get up and check messages real quick, and then you could put this thing in another room until about 8 a.m. because nobody's bothering you. But you don't have to be a fanatic and get up at 4 in the morning in order to accomplish the same thing. You could say, hey, look, from 8 to 10, I'm turning that thing off, and I'm just setting it over there, and I'm not going to deal with it. And then at 10, I got to pick it up, and maybe I give myself 20 minutes to check messages and work through stuff. Then I'm putting it away again. Right? There are things that we can do, but one thing that we must do is we must get good at differentiating busyness from being productive. And when you can begin to do that, magic will happen. Can you imagine adding an extra 10, 12 hours a day to your life? That's kind of what it feels like when you stop getting distracted and you start getting focused. And that's the dose. Have a great week, everybody.